Hello, hi. Moja Machita, Sanbonan Bafuetu, Molwen Boma, Abshain de Macharon. Today, I'm just going to be saying to you absence of evidence is not evidence of innocence. Let me repeat it again. Absence of evidence is not evidence of innocence. We've seen numerous tons of people being thrown to dungeons, handcuffs, behind bars, without instigating any crime, but just simply because of the absence of evidence. The judiciary structure decided to find them guilty and then throw them in dungeons behind bars, handcuffed, which becomes very paranoid to them. But we understand that major some people, that are behind bars, as I'm speaking right now, they are not all guilty. Some of them, they didn't even find ways, to defend themselves before the law. And then just simply because of that, then they became victims, without instigating any crime, inhumanity, or maybe bending or breaching any law, or whatever the case you may call it. So I'm going to touch as well the story of these viral trends of women accusing their boyfriends, their loved ones, their partners of rape. I think it is totally unfair. But anyway, in general, life is unfair, literally unfair, arguably unfair. I must put it to you that life is literally unfair. It's not going to be all of the people who will be behind bars because of the crimes they committed. Some of them, they're just innocent. They're just holy as Jesus, but probably they didn't have ways. They didn't even have legal aspects, to present them well in before the law. So they became victims. It's so saddening, if I could put it that way. So let me get to the story, of the rape. Making point of reference. To me, it's so appalling, and I astonish. I perplex to find a proper definition of how could such kind of a thing happen. Like, for instance, I'm dating a girlfriend, and then maybe let's assume that we had a conflict of interest, squabbles, quarrels in our relationships. In our relationship, just simply because I slept with her yesterday night, a day before today, and now it seems like we are not in good terms. Then she's gonna wake up in my bedroom and decided to go to court, to go to police station and file for accusing me of rape or whatever the case may be, just simply because, yes, I had sex with her on that night, but when we wake up, we're not in good terms. We were not in good states between me and her. So now she will then use sex as an instrument, to retribute me, to punish me, to chastise me with the hand of the law, because at some point, somewhere, somehow, it favors them. It becomes very unfair, and there is quite numerous number of men who are being paranoid, who's been treated unfairly. There is quite a lot of discrepancy, disparity in gender treatments. At some point, somewhere, somehow, I could hear sometimes people saying that a man has got like more rights than women, patriarchy, and all of these things are. It's like rooted in fallacy and in fiction and delusion. It's ludicrous. It's bogus. Let's call them spade on spade. It is bogus. So now the woman is incriminating me, accusing me of rape, and just simply because of the absence of evidence. It literally doesn't mean that I'm innocent. Absence of evidence is not evidence of innocence. It literally doesn't mean that I'm innocent. I'm still going to be prosecuted, interrogated, when they assess, evaluate, and examine the situation, obviously, I think there is like 95% chances that they're going to find me guilty because I slept with the girl, but did she consent or grant me to sleep with her or what? It literally, that thing is like pointless now, because if a woman decide to twist and say it is a rape, and it's automatically going to be like just like that, and it's going to be like that, nothing's going to change, irrespective of how eloquent my legal experts, in trying to defend me or whatever the case may be. It literally doesn't work at all for men, especially. So I sympathize with compassion, to those guys who were handcuffs and thrown to dungeons, who are behind bars today, knowing very well that they didn't incriminate anybody. So it is so freaking bad. I sympathize with them in a larger degree, far by extension, and I pray for them that they could maybe find peace in that jeopardy of turbulence, of tumultuous situation that they find themselves in. Okhulumayo ke uhlala emthinje ngenyoni umshana kanzima nogwajabhajwa ikhulula iqilo loqala la ikhothe emhlanje ibhubese lizinga lalodwa asuthe wonke uchithe umcimbi uzojeza ashempemsasha.